Hello everyone, this is Board Games Bourbon. I'm Glenn Flaherty, and right now I'm going to tell you about Seastead, which is a game by WizKids based on their larger game Flotilla. Now it says it's for 2 players, but it also has a solo mode, and solo mode plays very quickly, 10 to 15 minutes, and the 2-player game plays in about half an hour. The thrust of the game here is that there are 4 flotillas that you are going to be building on. You want to have the most points by the end of the game, which is when a deck runs out, something along these lines, or you use up most of the facilities. Now, they've done a good job of bringing the flotilla experience from the larger game down. The larger game, from what I've read, can play over quite a large amount of time. Like I said, this plays in about half an hour, and they've renamed some things and really made it work. But essentially what's going to happen is you have 2 actions in the game, and that is it. You can either draw a card for resources, in which case, if it's my turn, I draw a card, and the card gives both of us resources, but I choose which ones I get and what ones you get. Or you can build. And when you build, there's 3 kind of buildings you can put down. You can either put buildings down that are essentially giving you cards that give you like little manipulations to get you out of trouble. But if you don't use the card, it'll be a point at the end of the game. You can put down other structures that are going to give you discounts. You put boats out on the playing area, and whomever builds in that area, they get a discount of a resource, and then I get a resource of my choice. And then the last thing is you can build ports, another structure, and that's essentially a scoring opportunity. And what that's going to do when you choose to build is it'll have a physical orientation of structures on each flotilla. You're going to score points for it. And then there's a secondary thing that says like you can turn in, a certain kind of chit here for bonus points. And every section of the flotilla you build on also has kickbacks, rewards as well. And every space on the flotillas has a different value. Starts, from needing 2 resources, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up. When you put down resources, there's a secondary benefit, and that plays like a lot of larger games. Most notably to me, it reminded me of Lisboa, because every time you did something, there was 2 tentacles attached to it that affected something else. In this game here, when you're building structures, if you clear a row of structures, you get a benefit, like you might just get a VP point, or you may get to switch something around. And if you cleared a column of things, you can do this thing where the chits that are required to build, you can flip them around. And I didn't really see that become too useful in the game, but it is there and is something to consider that maybe you can eke out a win. Because you do that action at the end of your turn, it doesn't really benefit me as much as it screws with your opponent in the game. Now, I'll also say the game isn't really there's no engine building in the game. When you acquire things, you have to use it, and you really have to be aware of when to use it. It felt more like a puzzle in that way, seizing the moment to make the most of what you can, looking at the board of the orientation of things and choosing the right port, scoring condition to put down so that you could score, and things along that line. So I'm not sure it was really a game. I never had a aha, I'm so clever. But I did have moments where I said, okay, I evaluated what's going on. This is the best option. And then you hope you win the game. The art in the game is fantastic. The packaging in the game is fantastic. The art of the game kind of reminds me of the video game BioShock, which I think is fitting considering it's called Seaside, and the packaging all goes in well. It looks good. It feels good in the hand. This is probably a game I would say try it first, or if you see it on sale, then give it a chance. Or, if you're gung-ho, go for it. Just be aware, it's not going to be a brain burner of an activity, more of a puzzle, and if that's your speed, more power to you. So anyway, that is Seaside. If you have questions about gameplay specifics, I'm happy to answer. This isn't a rules video, just a quick overview. And until next time, friends, take care.